Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's been having a great weekend. I've had a pretty good weekend. Been busy, but it's been good. Hey, Melanie, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Melanie, I'm thinking about getting me some silky chickens. I just want a fluffy chicken. I don't give a damn if it's Polish or damn silky or hell, they may be the same thing. I don't know. But I just want a fluffy chicken. Several. But I'm thinking, if I do end up getting some, I'll have to have a different chicken lot. Because I know my girls, those barred rocks are bitches. They're not going to accept another flock. Hey, Shoes, tell Melissa good morning. Lady, y'all, Lady went running around this morning, Saturdays and Sundays. I let her run around because she will come back. Skylar won't come back for hours. She won't let you catch her. Anyway, so this morning she comes back without her collar on. Yeah, and what I'm thinking is it's a safety collar. It got hung up on a tree, and when you pull the collar, it unsnaps. I guess. I don't think she'd let anybody get close to her to catch her. I wish I could give you a silkier Polish, but I'm in Canada. I know, too bad you can't ship them to me. Hey, people do ship chicks. I wouldn't want you to do that, though, because I watched one guy's video, and his chicks were dead when he opened them up. Most of the time they ship overnight, but, you know, there can be a delay or something. People get snakes shipped to them, or reptiles, lizards. Hey, Cement Shoes, you want to see something cool? Y'all want to see the weed I growed? It's legal here, so I don't give a damn. I'll show y'all a piece. Got my jar. And just got one piece out here right now. It's my little jar. I keep my weed in. Hey, check this out. Grew this. You can't see it because it's not good light, but it's got crystals all over it. All over it. I'll send you some good pictures in the email when I'm off here. Let me tell you. Got some weed from the dispensary, and it had 2 seeds in it. I kid you not. Most of the time, there's no seeds in there. It's like rare. So we planted them, and they come up as females. And it's the freaking kill. I got me a big bowl right here packed. My silicone bowl. It gets nasty, which I don't keep it too clean. Y'all, I can't hardly smoke no more. It chokes me to death. Wow, nice plant them. Hey, Tammy. Good morning, faithful one. Mail me some. Hey, I wish I could if it didn't smell so skunky. And here's another thing. Cement Shoes. It's real sticky, too. Real sticky. We should have called this smoke sesh. So what have y'all been doing? Oh, I got my Ipsy, guys, this month. Check that out. Hey, hibiscus. Look, I got some blush and highlighter. Look, I only get the $12 bag. So I was pleasantly surprised at the size of that. I've used it. Blush highlighter. Hold on. Winged Woman eyeliner. Liquid. Hey, this stuff's good. I've been doing my cat eyes with it, and they're actually freaking even. And then I got this eyeshadow. I think I got something else, but I can't find it. I don't know what to do with it. So I got this. It's called Chella Blushing Rose Eyeshadow Palette. It's really pigmented. It looks really good. That one color at the bottom is like a copper color. Of course, you can tell I used it. And that's it. Oh, no, that's not it. I got this stuff, guys. I am not much on lipstick, ladies, gentlemen. This is by Farrah. Ever who the hell that is? I've got a lot of her brushes. Ah, I mean, it's a pretty color and all that, but I'm just like kind of like a lip gloss, and this kind of dries on. Matte liquid lipstick is what it says. Um, but I like lip gloss better. So what's been going on the tubes? Let me get my other phone. See if we can find anybody to talk about. Chosen One and his girls, Sparling. Where are you from, lady? I am from Southwest Virginia, near Bristol, Virginia. Well, it's not too near it. Do you know where Abington is? I'm closer to Abington, I think. I'm from the hills, honey. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine how I sound to people with my freaking thick country accent. They're probably like, who's that hillbilly? Oh yeah, I was going to get my phone to see if anything was going on. I haven't looked at true crime this weekend. Sometimes, guys, like, I just have to take a break. That stuff gets to me. The whole thing is a mess. Police should have let Laundrie parents pick up fugitive. What? No funeral for Brian Laundrie. Remains will be cremated. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, they can't have a funeral for him. Because can you imagine the protesters outside of the funeral home? You know? Really, I love your accent, CC. It's part of why I stayed. Oh, thank you. What are the temps here? I'll see what temperature it is today. Hold on. Oh, freak. Let me look at the top of my phone. See, it usually tells me. Usually tells me at the bottom. I don't know what degrees it is. 61. It's 61 or 62 now. 62 degrees. Yesterday, I cleaned around my fire pit, y'all. Got all the leaves raked out from around it. Burnt some boxes. 76 in Oklahoma. Hey, I like the cool weather. Fall is my favorite time of year. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. That's the way I like it. I was totally over summer. I laid out in the sun all freaking summer, about every freaking day. And I'm just over it. I quit laying out probably a month or two ago. It's like a beautiful day out there in the mountains. It is. It's beautiful. I'm just hanging out with the dogs. Mark went riding his motorcycle with his old friend, old man. And I was going to go, but then his wife wasn't going to go because she was putting together some shelves. She was going to ride her own motorcycle, though. So she wasn't going to go. I was like, no, I'll just stay home. My face. His head, I heard. Oh, Brian Laundrie? Well, hell, that's all they got to cremate his head, isn't it? Molly Golightly still down there? Hey, y'all know how I feel about the Laundries. Very disrespectful people, my opinion, for not answering Gabby's mom's text when she was missing. I mean, it takes a heartless person just to ignore a mother's pleas, right? And the way they've handled it, they're dirty. They're dirty people, but I don't agree with the protesters outside their house. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't support the Laundries, but I don't support those weirdos either. Now, some people in the beginning probably did it for the right reason, but what's the reason are they doing it now? It's like, go home. Don't you have your own family? Yeah, it is cold. I still think Mark is a midlife crisis Captain America. Oh my gosh. I He straightened his crap up, I think. Because I got tired of it. That's why I took YouTube took some time I can't talk took some time off YouTube last week or week before something happened. And I told him, I was like, I am done with this. You can have these dogs. Chrissy can have my goat and chickens. I am out of here. I cannot do this anymore. And I packed up all my stuff. It's still packed up in my son's room. I've not unpacked it. I just go back there and get stuff out when I need it. And he knew I was serious. I read Ram. I'm not putting up with no more bull crap. I put up with it all summer, and I'm just over it. You know what I mean? Totally over it. Grace, taunting parents isn't accomplishing anything. Hey, cornering them at the grocery store and stuff. You know, they might have come out and said something or gave more of a statement if those protesters hadn't been outside, but I don't know. Maybe not. But they sure as hell ain't gonna say nothing now. The way that, those people's been out there leaving laundry baskets. Somebody said Molly Go Lightly was like down on the ground dirtying up some laundry or something to leave in a basket there. And I'm like, oh my freaking God, lady. Please, you look like a freaking nut. She looks like a nut. I wish she'd go home. She's crazier than a loon. Crazy as hell. My son would be so embarrassed of me if I got out and acted like that. Or acted like that on live streams and stuff. He would. I'd be ashamed of myself, too. I got mad on here and cussed people out and stuff. At the time, I was like, she just runs all over me, and I just do it. But then when I think back on it, I'm like, oh, God, I wish I'd handled that differently. Does she watch herself on the video? I don't know if she does or not, but she looks horrible. Excuse me. She needs to go do some self-reflection. I do self-reflection all the time. She needs to do that. I can think back and be like, on my actions and be like, oh gosh, shouldn't have said that, need to apologize or blah, 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 She needs to go home. Quit getting involved. Excuse me. Oh, damn, that was a big hit. Quit getting involved in these victims' families' lives, like she did with like Cash Gurnan and stuff. Messaging with grandmother, telling his grandmother, I've done more for him than you did. I tell you what, if somebody told me something like that, I'd be aimed to track them down and beat the crap out of them. And me lost my loved one, She needs to quit doing that. She inserted herself into the Watts thing too. Stop doing that, lady. She must not have no life. Y'all, she must not have a life. Faithful one. Thumbs up. That's right. Quit being a weirdo, man. You can advocate for someone and be someone's voice without making a complete freaking fool of yourself. Like, I care about Gabby and her family too, but I'm just not going to act that way. I laughed my ass off when she got arrested. Why wasn't she shopping for more Gucci and Chanel? She values logos, not lives. I know it. Melanie, was Sonny crowing? He crows so much, like I mentally block it out. He's the only rooster around here, so if you heard a crow, it was him. As far as I know, he's the only rooster up in the holler. I hear something talking. Excuse me. Oh, it's my TV. Hey, Charlene. Hey, Melanie, if you want Sonny to crow, hold on a minute. Let me show you how you get him to from the porch. I got a bell. It's this iron bell that's up on, Mark's got it like screwed into like the porch thing. And it's got a rooster on top of it. I got it from the flea market. Hold on. We'll see if he crows. Usually he'll cock-a-doodle after you ring that bell. He might here in a second. Every time Mark comes out here and rings it, that rooster crows. Y'all, at the flea market the other day, I'm so glad. Well, I'm not going to say I'm glad I didn't go. I wish I had went, actually, because Mark said that they had some chickens there in a cage with the duck, and they had, like, mud on their feet and legs and stuff. This old man had them there. I wish I would have went. I would have bought them all. Every one of them. And just let them, like, free range and, have at it. Yeah, it's so beautiful. People around here don't think about animals like I do. A lot of people don't. A lot of people's just like old country people, and you know how they think about animals. They'll be like, oh, they'll be all right wading around in 20 feet of mud, you know. See, I'm not. Actually, the dog warden was just down the road the other day. Mark's like, did you call the dog warden on Ricky? And I was like, no. Well, they're down there. And I was like, good, good. Y'all want to know why? Because he's got a big pit bull chained to a tree. I did threaten to call on him. And I was going to, but I was trying to give him a chance to do the right thing. Anyways, he's got a pit bull chained to a tree down there. One of them big, huge chains. There's no water around, no food, no house. And the reason I threatened to call on him is because I came by there in a thunder and lightning storm, y'all. And that dog was tied outside. No shelter. Yes, it was underneath the tree. But someone else must have called on him. It was just funny the way Mark's like, did you call on Ricky? ACC chick. Always free chickens, hens. Oh, really? It's too long of a story to try to type in chat, but next time I email, you remind me to tell you about the 3 rabbits year 2000. Did you find rabbits, domesticated rabbits out in the wild? Cement shoes. There's a lady on TikTok. She kept finding these bunnies, domesticated bunnies, specially bred bunnies, with the huge ears, big bunnies. And come find out, her neighbor was breeding rabbits that got out of control, and they just turned them loose in the wild. You can't do that. You can't turn domesticated animals out into the wild. Anyway, she caught the bunnies. I've been following their story. And she's said she's going to rehome one of them and keep one of them. I think she's found like 3 altogether. I want a bunny, y'all. I would love to have a bunny, one of the big, huge bunnies. Those would be cool. Lady, what is it? What is it? Ladybug's wanting something. Hold on. What do you want? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Come on. I just turned her loose. She come home without a collar. I can't hook her up to the little runs I have. Hey guys, good idea if you have dogs, instead of buying, this is if your dog's not chew on things, instead of buying like those red cables that are like, what, 6 feet long or something. Mark makes mine out of this really, really tough rope and just puts the, clip ends onto it where I can hook it to their collar. It's a lot cheaper. But if you got a dog that chews, it might chew through the rope. My dogs don't do that. I don't know why. They're really smart. I don't know why they've never thought to chew through that. There's Lady. Bopperoonie. Don't go down the road. Here comes Blindy. I hear him. Come on, Smokey. It's the way it is at my house all the time, guys. There's always something going on with one of these animals. I haven't seen Lady much lately. After buying her that bone, it's like a real animal bone. I bought her and Skylar both one to chew on for their teeth. It's not a rawhide. It's like a real animal, like femur or something, part of it. I got to thinking, poor animals that had to die to make those. It's sad. But anyway, she's been guarding it. And I had to take it from her last night and put it up in the cabinet because she just lays back there in the bedroom and guards it and growls at everybody. She's smelling the squirrels. Let's zoom in on her. Where's she at? I can't see her for the chat. There she is. What's she eating? She runs through those woods, guys, over those rocks and stuff. I mean, she scales them. She's like a freaking deer jumping and stuff. Very athletic dog. She's not full beagle. She has a border collie in her. A lot of people think her and Skylar look alike, but they really don't. After you get around them, Lady's like, she's real lean and totally black. And Skylar's a fat girl like me. And short. Well, let's see what's going on in the true crime, because I'm just rambling. Well, I never have anybody to talk to. So I like to get on and talk to y'all and just ramble. Ooh, we could draw tarot cards. Hold on, let me help Smokey. I hear him walking around. Come on, baby. Ooh, it's Mommy's real baby. Here. Okay. Where'd Lady go? Zoom in on Annabelle. What y'all gonna do today? Let's see. This whole thing is a mess. It's a shit show. That's what the title of this article is. Police should have never let Laundrie's parents pick up fugitive son's belongings, experts say. Expert says. Hold on. A retired police officer is raising questions about how law enforcement handled the search for Brian Laundrie and the role that his parents played in locating evidence. In an interview with the Sun newspaper, retired NYPD Lieutenant Commander Tom Joyce blasted Florida authorities for not keeping a closer eye on Laundrie's parents, Chris and Roberta Laundrie, at the environmental park where the 23-year-old skeletal remains were found on Wednesday. That morning, Chris found a white bag belonging to Brian in a patch of grass by a park trail and an object near the bag, according to Fox News. Chris is said to have picked up the bag and object and put the object in the bag. He was then seen talking with Roberta before seeking the attention of police officers who had been following the pair, but were not immediately near them, according to the Sun. Joyce told the newspaper that the notion of allowing Chris to go walking off by himself during such a high stakes investigation is beyond me. If this was my case and I walked in there with the suspect's parents, I would never let them out of my sight, Joyce told the newspaper. Rule number 1 is that you do not let the person go until you know exactly what you're dealing with. Because we know that when bodies or articles of evidence are waiting there, usually when the person who put it down or is responsible for it being there or who knows it's there will find it when things aren't moving quickly enough. It's their way of accelerating the case. Yes, and let me give you an example of that. The murder of Mike Williams. Mike Williams disappeared like right before Christmas, friggin' probably 20 years ago now. He was said to have he lived in Florida, so he's going to take the boat out and I guess go duck hunting. Anyways, his best friend killed him. He met him that morning and went hunting with him and killed him. The reason he killed him is because his name was Brian Winchester. Brian was messing with Mike's wife, Denise, right? So they planned this. And then Winchester hid the body at another lake, right? But anyways, when they were searching for Mike, because nobody knew that Brian went hunting with him that morning, Brian Winchester actually planted evidence at that lake, such as Mike's wallet and his hat, and he's actually the one that found it. Brian Winchester and Mike went to school together. They grew up together. So Brian and his dad was out there at the lake everybody thought Mike disappeared from, looking for him, right? They had found his boat on the lake. And what was strange about that is it didn't run out of gas. Like if somebody's going to fall overboard and drown because their waders fill up with water, the boat's going to keep running if it's cranked, right? But anyways, he planted the evidence there, and he was the one that found it. Okay. Let's see. Joyce continued, the whole thing is a mess. It's a shit show. The fact the parents found this article is so disturbing to me. Further in the interview, Joyce said that in his experience, working hundreds of NYPD homicide cases, he has found that asserted coincidences are often not coincidences at all. Hey, that's what Kenda says too. No such thing as coincidences when it comes to murder. In the laundry search, police had already scoured the park for more than a month without identifying any solid leads before the discovery on Wednesday. In my experience, every time an investigation came up and there was like one thing happened and another thing happened and someone said, wow, what a coincidence, 9 times out of 10, coincidences were not coincidences. Amen. If I was leading the investigation as supervisor to the detectives, I would not let them dismiss that as a coincidence unless they went through that 1,000 times over, Joyce told the newspaper. Joyce further said that Chris Laundrie should not have been allowed to pick up or even touch the evidence that he is said to have found. He was supposed to secure the bag but not touch it. The law enforcement who went with him should have specifically told him, if you see anything suspicious, do not touch it, Joyce told the Sun. You're supposed to just guard it, stand there so nothing happens to it. Then call out, whistle, or shout. However, they were supposed to stay in contact. Joyce added, the fact he touched it means the evidence had already been interfered with. It's now contaminated with his DNA. Oh, yes. The whole reason he picked it up because it doesn't have his DNA on it. He had to. Probably knew that. They probably did plant it there. They had done searched that trail. How come nobody else found that? Something's weird, guys. Something is really, really weird. Why wouldn't they have been following them? Why wouldn't they have told him, don't touch anything? Let's see what this stupid weirdo Bertolino's saying. Let me see. I see somebody in the chat. Sarah, good morning. Let me see Sarah's name. Dotson. Dotson. We got a holler up in here. It's called Dotson Creek. Okay, Stephen Bertolino, the attorney for Laundrie family, has vehemently denied that Chris and Roberta did anything improper. Bertolino noted that the area where Brian's remains and belongings were located was the same place the parents had suggested investigators to look last month. The site had been difficult to search, however, because much of it was underwater from flooding. Yeah, but was the bag underwater? No. Right? It's a gross Hey, it's a crying shame. Was the bag underwater or not? It's a crying shame. Or do we know? Mr. Laundrie informed me that it was quite near the entrance. He put a time frame of about 30 minutes in, a mile or two into the reserve. Okay, that would be like me walking from here down to the old homestead in the mountains. About 30 minutes in. Searchers should have found that, unless it's underwater. Something's not right with that. And he knew he wasn't supposed to, if he found anything, he knew he wasn't supposed to pick it up. But here's my theory. He planted it there. His DNA was on it. So he picked it up when he acted like he found it. So that way, you know, could be explained why his DNA was on there. I don't know. It's just a thought, guys. Okay, let's see what else it's saying. Okay, let's see. Oh no, my phone froze. Okay, indeed, this is the very area of the park. Okay, we initially informed law enforcement on. I believe it was September 17th that Brian would most likely be in the preserve. Mr. Laundrie informed me it was quite near the entrance. He'd put a time frame about 30 minutes in, a mile or two into the reserve. He added that Chris picked up the bag he found because he didn't want to leave it with a news reporter trailing nearby. Chris didn't want to pick the bag up because he wanted law enforcement to see it. This was caught on camera, Bertolino told the newspaper. They got an excuse for everything, don't they? Chris couldn't find the law enforcement because they were then out of sight. Chris had been in the woods, so he didn't want to leave the bag there with the news reporter standing nearby, so he picked it up. Okay. Bertolino acknowledged that Chris and Roberta looked at the contents of the bag. At the time, law enforcement officers showed him a picture on the phone of a backpack that law enforcement had located also nearby and also some distance off the trail. At that point, the Laundries were notified that there was also remains near the backpack, and they were asked to leave the reserve. As for what happened to Brian, Joyce suggested that he could have died by accident or natural causes, such as from running out of food or being attacked by an animal. Suicide or homicide could be the cause, or it is possible that Laundrie died by toxic substance abuse or an internal injury. Probably shot himself. Considering the latest developments, the investigators have a lot of work still to do in this case. An autopsy on the skeletal remains was inconclusive. The remains will be sent to an anthropologist for further analysis. Sometimes the medical examiner can't make a ruling. It's just something that might happen. And so in that case, they can't say it's a homicide. They can't say it's a suicide. They can't say it's accidental. They can't say it was an animal attack. They might not be able to. It is also possible that alligators or other animals ate some of Brian's remains. Joyce told the Sun that Brian's body should not have decomposed so quickly under normal circumstances. Hey, are you crazy? It's Florida. It's hot as hell. And I know what Dr. G said, medical examiner that did Kaylee Anthony's autopsy. She says it doesn't take no time for a body to decompose in Florida because it's so hot, all the insects and wildlife. Sorry to talk about things like this, but I mean, this case, Bellows case, and Murdoch case are all straight. I know it. I know. Let's see what else it says. I'd say, guys, I'd say he went in there and he committed suicide. That's what I think. He committed suicide because he murdered Gabby. He knew his life was over. He could have actually felt bad about it. I don't know. I don't think he planned to kill Gabby. I really don't. I think he just snapped on her. That's what I think. I think they got in an argument and it got physical. And he started strangling her and just didn't stop. It's so sad. This is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I forgot. Let me see. What's she's saying that's cracking me on the eye? Let me go back. The park doesn't look like a place to go walking trails. Exactly, Kathy. I bet he started out thinking he was some commando special forces type and ended up sucking his thumb like Linus. Hey, I told you he couldn't have had that much experience in the wilderness. He wasn't, what, 23 years old? No. He killed Gabby and then ran home to Mommy and Daddy. And they covered for him. I mean, I don't know that they covered for him. I would say, it's my opinion, that they probably grilled the hell out of him where she was at. I'm just wondering if they really got the truth out of him. You know they had to have known he done something horrible to her. Think about it. They lived together. They might as well have been married. When you live with someone, you might as well be married to them. You know, she was a big part of his life, his entire life, you know. So when he returned without her, you know they was freaking out, and especially getting those texts and things from Gabby's parents. My cat's name is Linus. Is it Linus or Linus? Let's see what else it's saying. That was a long damn article. Lord help me. Come on, lady. Sorry, screaming y'all's ear. I forget I'm on live stream sometimes. Remains found in Massachusetts State Park believed to be missing 5-year-old boy. Oh no. Oh no, that little boy has been missing for months. They found his remains. Oh, let me see if I can get it straight. Freaking ad. Look at, I hate this freaking phone. Okay. Arrested the mom and boyfriend. Where'd the lady go? Let's just listen to the video.
In Merrimack last week is now centered here in Abington, Massachusetts. And Massachusetts State Police, as well as New Hampshire State Police, are here on scene. They've confirmed to us that information and evidence led them here to Ames Knoll State Park in Abington. They're now following up with a massive search effort in the area using police canines, helicopters, and dozens of officers on foot. The
Hold on a
park
minute.
is a massive wooded area.
Cadaver dogs found him. Investigators on Friday found what they believed to be the remains of a 5-year-old New Hampshire boy in a Massachusetts state park. The remains were found by a cadaver dog in a shallow grave. Oh my gosh, I'm going to see if I can say this. Ames? I guess they say it. Noel State Park in Abington. And we have an Abington here too. According to the Massachusetts Attorney General's office, the chief medical examiner will conduct an autopsy on Sunday. Elijah Lewis was first reported missing on October 14th, when police said they believed he hadn't been seen in 6 months. But further investigation narrowed the time frame, and the New Hampshire Assistant Attorney General, Susan Morrell, said Thursday the boy was last seen on September 1st. Earlier this week, Elijah's mother and boyfriend were arrested in New York. Danielle Dauphinus or something, 35, Joseph's staff, pleaded not guilty to charges of child endangerment and witness tampering. Morrell said after the remains were discovered that investigators were saddened about the fact that he was disposed of down here in the woods. Our sympathies go out to his family and friends of the family and to the community who is mourning his death. Well, I know the neighbors said that they hadn't seen the little boy in a long time. Hell, they didn't even know he was missing. He was a cute little feller, Elijah. It's so sad, guys. Let's see. Let's click on this. No funeral for Brian Laundrie. I would say that the family's going to have like a little gathering. That's what I would say. I think everybody should just, he's been found dead. Should just like go home, leave him alone, let everybody grieve, and hopefully he wrote like a suicide note or something. Because I believe he committed suicide. He could have got snake bit or something, laid there and died. Who knows? I think he went in there to commit suicide, though. Hey, Sue. Had to speed to get here in your life. Glad Garden bloomed some goodies for you. Nice job. Yeah, that was just like 2 plants. Thank you, girl. Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with smoking. It's natural. It's natural medicine. Let's see. Oh, I would pull some tarot cards, but I'm using the phone. I got that app on to stream with. I like to play with the tarot cards. We're going to do it Halloween night. Halloween's on a Sunday, but I still want to have my Halloween live stream on Halloween. I don't want to have it the day before Halloween. I want it to be actually on Halloween. We'll have an open panel. Anybody can come up, hang out. We'll read some tarot. I'll probably drink me some beer. Hey, Broken Justice. I would love to have like a real like Halloween party here. Costume party. That would be so much fun. I miss going to costume parties. I used to go to a costume party every year. And it was so much fun. I need to grow some. Hey, it's pretty easy. Just get you a 5-gallon bucket. Germinate your seeds. Get them germinated and plant them. Like a little styrofoam cup or something like that. And then when they get growing, then just transplant them to like a 5-gallon bucket. Get you some good potting soil. I'm just so cheap, and the seeds are so expensive. Yeah, if you order them, they are. They are expensive, but worth it. See, you got to think about the future and the crop that you're going to get from those seeds. If you know somebody, maybe could throw you a couple seeds. See, we didn't pay anything for these. Not really. I mean, they come in some dispensary weed. Some really, really good weed. Do you grow in the winter? This is the first time that we ever growed anything. Was this year. We started back in the spring, but we are thinking about getting an indoor setup and growing this winter. Just for our own personal smoke. I'm still like, can't believe it's legal in Virginia. But it is. Yes. We got, let me think. I can't remember. It was a lot. Of course, we still have tons and tons. I'll let you know it's a crying shame. I'll have to ask how much he yielded from that. He told me the other day, and I forgot. Well, I can tell you this. You know those big quart jars? You know the cannon jars, the big quart jars? We had like, I think 3 or 4 of them full. Yeah. And he did a good job trimming and stuff. My neighbor agrees some, and his look like crap because he don't trim it. It was all right. And we watered ours with like bottled water. Yeah, or rainwater. It's silly. I grow everything else. I don't know why I'm so hesitant to grow my own smoke. You save a lot of money. You save a lot of money by buying your own because weed's expensive, especially if you go to the dispensary. Right here, let's, can't see it, but it has crystals all over it. It's real sticky. It's a strong smell too. You cannot smoke this in your house. You can't get the smell out unless you burn incense. Right now, my house is smelling good, y'all. I got me a mulled cider candle from Walmart, Mainstay brand, and it smells so good, and it was only like $4. It smells so good. I gotta get another one. I'm about to burn it. I gotta get a bigger one. That's a good amount. Yeah. I've smoked a good amount of it too, and I'm telling you, I'm about to get burned out on it. If you keep smoking the same weed, you get to where it don't do much for you. That's the way I am. I'm bad to sit and smoke all day long, on and off, like all day long. Like I've done smoke like probably 3 bowls this morning. Hold on, I'm getting my candle. Let me, hold on. Let me blow it out. I will show you, Melanie. This thing smells so freaking good. It smells as good as those expensive candles. I was very surprised. Walmart. It says made in USA too. It smells so good. They had them when you first walked in the door the other day, and I was like, I'm going to grab this. They had a bunch of them. And then I got the pumpkin latte wax melts for $5 from Tractor Supply. They're really good. I think they're by Red Shed, if I'm not mistaken. Multi-cider things. I need to order. Yes. Now, they got the bigger ones. That one was only about $4, I believe. I think it's $3.99. It might have been 5. I don't think so. Walmart mulled cider. Yes, Sue. Get it. Light it up. Let it burn. Go out of your house and come back in and you'll be amazed. That's the way I do it. Because you can't really smell it while you're in there with it. And then you go out of your house and come back through the door. You can smell it. My house smells so good right now because I've been burning that. And then I've got some pumpkin spice in a wax warmer melter, whatever the hell you call them. And then I got another wax warmer with pumpkin latte in it. And I've been burning incense. Frankincense is my favorite. 99 cents, Walmart, back at the craft section. Best incense around. I kid you not. If you smoke in your house or anything like that, it'll cover it. At least it's sunny there today. It's raining and dreary day here. Yeah, I'm glad it's not raining here. I love incense too. Hey, Melanie, are you on TikTok? Have you seen that new incense, like a little water fountain thing? It looks like a water fountain, but you stick the incense on top of it. And you like light it, and like the smoke like travels down that little waterfall. Melanie, I follow all kinds of men on there. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Hey, this one guy, he messaged me on DMs on TikTok. So I responded. My dumbass responded. And I felt like I was at a damn job interview. He was asking, like, all kinds of questions. So finally, I was like, screw this. I ain't talking to him no more. And I've ignored him ever since. There's some mean people on TikTok. Do you follow Tow Truck Jess? You should follow her on TikTok. I love her. I burn white sage incense. I get friends. Listen. Oh, really? I need some of that. They are mean on there. They leave mean comments about little animals and everything on there. Skylar got fat shamed on there. I got told I was lazy because Skylar's fat. Keep her locked up in a cage. Does this porch, when I do TikTok videos in my, does it look like a freaking cage? You can see the grass in the background. This dog has never been in a cage a freaking day in her life. Are you kidding me? She's like runs this freaking house. Pissed me off though. There's like, she doesn't need to go on a diet. She just needs to quit being locked in a cage and her lazy owner take her for 4 mile walk or something. I ain't taking her for no damn 4 mile walk. Are you crazy? Me and her both be killed out. They were terrible to you. I wanted to punch Sylvia's throat. I know. Mark said, that's what you get for exploiting her on TikTok. I said, I'm not exploiting her. I'm not exploiting her beauty. Yeah, my baby. We just try to make people laugh for his smart aleck information. There is a young man that has, I'm not sure what's wrong with him. Mental handicap, I guess, maybe. His mom follows me for him because he loves my dogs. He loves their eyes. And that makes me happy. She is a beautiful dog. She is, thank you. She knows it too. Her daddy tells her all the time. She's beautiful. There's a little speckled nose. Let me see. I remember the first time I saw her. I walked up on my friend's porch. There Skylar was, little pup, 8 weeks old. Pretty blue eyes laying on top of about 3 black kittens, right on top of them. And she came right over to me, and she had worms, and she was dirty. And the rest is history. She is overweight. Mark gets on to me all the time about it, too. She is overweight. People saying, oh, she's not going to live long. Like, come on. Like, I saved Skylar from being chained to a doghouse and having litter after litters of puppies. Because that's what would happen to her. She has a good life. Yeah, she's a little bit overweight. What they want to see, a dog that's emaciated? I'm surprised they've not said anything about Bopper's nails. I call Ladybug Bopper. Bopperoonie, to be exact. She won't let me cut them. I cut 2 at a time, guys. That's all she'll let me do. She starts squealing like a pig and peeing, and she won't let me cut her nails. It's not that I won't cut them. I've got good clippers. I think Sir Colonel Smokey is the cutest fur baby. What kind of dog is he, CC? He is a schnauzer. He's a miniature schnauzer. I know, like miniature, he does not look miniature, but that's what he's called. Like the standards are the big boys. Smokey used to be the hatefulest dog that ever drawed a breath. He has bit Mark's friends and brought the freaking blood from them. I mean, my kitchen looked like Sean had been slaughtered in there one night. Let me tell you what Smokey's problem was. He was took from his mommy when he was about 4 weeks old. And I don't know, I think that done something to him because their mom, they'll bite them and stuff. Teach them. If the pup bites her too hard, she'll come back and teach them. Hey, you don't do that. She makes her pups mind. They teach them a lot. People don't realize that. Taking them too young is bad. But anyways, let me tell you what Smokey do. First, he'll act like he's going to eat you up when you come through the door, used to. And then he'll come over there sniffing around you, acting like he wants you to pet him. This is strangers, And when you reach down to pet him, he'll tag your ass. He'll bite the crap out of you. He doesn't do it anymore. It's kind of sad. Smokey's lost a lot of his spunk. But he kind of straightened up when we got other dogs. Because we got Chloe. And then after Granny Wilma got sick, we took Chloe and the Yorkie. And then we got Skylar. And then I got Ladybug. So they kind of like calmed him down. But he used to be a hateful little bastard. Oh my God, he's so cute. I love his face. I love his beard. He loves me. He does. See, he's Mark's dog. He was like 3 years old when I met him. But he's turned out to be my dog. Yeah. He still loves Mark and gets excited when he comes around, but he wants to know what I'm doing at all times. Yeah. He goes back there with me and I do my makeup or I'm cooking. I always joke and say he's a jack of all trades. He's a makeup artist. He helps me with my makeup. He's a hairdresser. He's a chef. He's a bodyguard. Oh, hell. I wish I could give his eyesight back to him. They gain with age. Hey, Mommy Martin, they gain with age too. Yeah. Well, Skylar is a beagle too, and they love to eat. And let me tell you something. She will whine and cry until you give her what she wants. There's no making her stop. There's no ignoring it. I mean, she is a freaking diva. People don't realize that. Ask Sapphire. She's been here. She knows how they are. So you have to give her what she wants. There's Lady. Oh my gosh, guys. I need to get off here and get myself put together. And we'll smoke one more cigarette before I do. I mean, I'm not really in no hurry. I done my cleaning. I just gotta put myself together. Here's this. A stupid TikTok notification. Hold on a minute. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know what is going on with TikTok, but let me tell y'all something funny. For some reason, all these swingers videos is popping up on my For You page. And I'm like, what in the hell? I think that's weird, don't y'all? For couples to be swingers. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I don't heart the videos or anything. I'd appreciate it if they quit popping up there. I don't want to hear about nobody's weirdo lifestyles. Yes. These women's proud of it, too. It is so we want attention. Those women on there, they're half freaking naked. Some of them girls on there is half naked. They're looking for attention. That's what it is. What is it, Bubba? Smokey got a little bit of a haircut last night. The Colonel. Keep everybody in line. Don't you, baby? Oh, when something happens to my baby, I'm going to miss his old stinky beard. Because his beard always stinks. I try to wash it after he eats, but it still ends up smelling. Kathy, I don't have that. You need to get that app. I enjoy watching the men on there. I find that those men that's dancing around with their shirts off and stuff, I find them to be attention seekers. Some people would call that being a content creator. I mean, really, it's not that great content. I think they're looking for attention. I'd never go out with one of those guys. Never. I follow this one guy on there. He's a nerd. His name's Sterling or something. His wife left him. I think he's from Texas. He wears a suit and tie to work. I don't know what kind of work he does. I think he's a salesman, car salesman, to be honest. He's always singing those love songs. They're really not singing. All they do is record the video and their lips are moving like they're singing the song. He was always posting those sad songs, country love songs. And now he's got a woman. He met her at the subway, y'all. Now he's posting video after video of her in her tie-dye shirt, which I like the shirt, in her stinking baseball hat, kissing on her, and it looks so weird the way he was kissing her. It looked like a freaking plunger kissing her neck. He is such a dork. Oh, my Lord. My teenager doesn't have it either. He uses Reddit. Timothy has TikTok. He follows me on TikTok. He doesn't create videos. He just watches videos. Oh, he has turned into a smart aleck, y'all. Yes, my baby is turned, not to me, to my mom. She, like, don't understand. Like, he's, like, 14 years old. He'll be 15 December 29th. Like, he's changing. You know, his voice has changed. He's taller than me now. He don't want to play video games all the time. He wants to go hang out with his friends. And my mom's too strict. Lip sync. Yeah, they'd be lip syncing in them songs. Gotta love the crazy people on the TikTok. There's one toothless guy on there, which I've had teeth problems. I got a prosthetic, but toothless guy on there. Old redneck, old scrawny looking thing on there with his shirt off and his cowboy hat, and his body's kind of scrunched and dancing around. And he got on there one day and he's like, "Y'all don't be going through my videos, hearting all of them, getting me shadow banned." And I was like, ooh, I think I done that just to be nice because he's from not far from here, right? So I reckon on TikTok, if you just go through somebody's videos, try to be nice and hard them and don't fully watch the video, it gets that person's account messed up. Shadow ban. And anyways, I was just trying to be nice to the old hillbilly. Hormonal changes. Get ready for fun to begin. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. My grandson is too. He's turning 13. Hormones are raging. Well, my little baby is not so innocent here lately. That's all I'm going to say. Shocked me. Surprised me. It's nothing bad, but he's just going through puberty and stuff. Interested in girls. Blah, blah, blah. See, the thing is, he knows he can get by with talking to my mom like that, but he won't talk to me like that. He wouldn't dare talk to me like that. Seems like to me he's lacking some respect for my mom. That's what I tell him. Because he would never, never talk to me like that. At least at 64 and raising kids the second time around, I'm smarter now. I know it. And you know what? He's never going to be able to pull any kind of tricks on me because I have pulled every trick in the book growing up. I know all the tricks and lies. Yeah. So, like I told him, I will trust him to go hang out with his friends for a couple hours. Like at home, not out on the road anywhere. Until he gives me a reason not to trust him to do it. Right? You gotta give him a chance. That's what I tell my mom. They was in an argument yesterday because he wanted to go down the road and hang out with his friend at my uncle's house now, y'all, for 2 hours, and she was having a hissy fit about it. See, when he's at my house, just so happens my next door neighbors raid my chicken coop sometimes. Her nephew Cameron and Timothy are really good friends at school, so I do let him go over there and hang out. And if it's dark, I'll go over there and get him when it's time to come home. Walk back with him. Because you just never know. You always hear these horror stories, kids leaving their friend's house and like disappearing. Ever since the Summer Well stuff disappearing up in the holler, it makes me really think. You know, that could happen here. Weirdos come up here and turn all the time. That white truck has been doing it. I don't know what's up with that. It's so weird, though. So what y'all's plans? I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go out in the yard and get Ladybug rounded up. Let Smokey go use the bathroom and get beautified, I guess. There's Lady in the driveway. When my son was 14, he said he was going with his guy friend Calvin to amusement park. When he got there, he texted and said, he's there. So I said, send a pic right now of him and his friend. Did he? That's a good idea. LL, so my son called me and confessed. He's there with the girl. Hey, I don't care if Timothy goes somewhere with the girl, but he better not lie to me where he's at. Better not be on the road in nobody's car either. Absolutely not. He can go to their house, hang out. That's good enough. Have a great day, y'all. I gotta go fill my bird feeders. Yeah, I need to put some in my feeder. I just put chicken scratch. The squirrels, the birds eat it. They love it. They're here in Washington. It's having horrible winds. My power will be out. Prayers, Kathy. Oh, I didn't know you was in Washington State. I'd love to go there. Well, guys, I will talk to y'all later. I may be back live later after I get myself put together. Who knows? If I'm still here by myself, maybe. I'm supposed to go out to eat this evening, though. Thanks, Melanie. Everybody have a great day. Be safe. Be kind. Peace. I'm going to go round up Boppa Rooney. Uh-oh, she's going down the road on me. Bye, guys. Lady, get up here.